Hello, and welcome to our GrowthZone Association Management Software webinar, where today we're going to be focusing on some of the key member engagement areas of our software. So my name is Clara Navin, and I'm a sales engineer here at GrowthZone. I've been here for about 7 years now, and I've been able to work closely with our product teams and now our sales teams as well. So just a quick look at our agenda for today. I'll give you some background on who we are, just to kind of catch you up, and we'll also walk through a few areas of our software, and then again, kind of really highlighting those areas that we can really help you engage your members. And then before we jump in, though, just a couple of things. If any questions come up during today's presentation, I really recommend requesting a one-to-one demo. Like I said, we're really just going to cover a few areas of our software today, and there GrowthZone can do quite a bit. And so with that one-on-one demo, we're going to be able to really talk through your association's specific needs and goals. That said, you can request that demo either from this webinar screen, or you're also going to be getting a follow-up email with information in that as well. Or you can also go to our website. So lots of options, but definitely the recommended path here is I'm not going to be able to dive into too many specifics, as I want to be able to show you some of the cool things we can do. All right, first off, why GrowthZone? So to give you a little context behind GrowthZone and what we have to offer is we really want to partner with your association to help you manage, engage, and grow your members. Our all-in-one solution is really designed to help you consolidate your softwares, manage your daily tasks, and help you capture that member data right in the AMS. With that data then at your fingertips, you're going to be able to engage and inform your members through a multitude of strategies, which we'll walk through today. And then then you can be proactive with your approach to be able to help grow your not only your dues, but your non-dues revenue as well. And then retain your delighted members. Ultimately, all of this is going to help you empower your association to help you make a more significant impact. That said, we work with thousands of associations, and we know that you're faced with challenges. Many associations are expected to do more with less. You've got loftier goals, less budget, and less people to get it done with, potentially. So without the appropriate software tools in place, those challenges can really significantly impede your association's progress. Maybe you're getting bogged down with tedious tasks, or maybe you're needing to find new ways to bring in additional revenue, or maybe you're struggling with that member engagement. Good news is GrowthZone is here to help. We really want to help you overcome those challenges by growing your staff's productivity, growing both your dues and non-dues revenue, and then obviously being able to help grow your member value and member engagement, which is what we'll focus on today. Overall, you'll gain access to the tools you need all within one platform. GrowthZone offers everything from streamlined billing and payment processing to dynamic website or dynamic marketing automation, event registration, reporting. We have a community platform, and we also build and host websites as well. So we really cover it all. And that said, like we talked about, I'm going to be just focusing on these areas here. So again, that one-to-one demo can really help us cover everything that your association needs, but just giving you kind of a little flavor of what you potentially could be utilizing with GrowthZone. All right, before I jump into that, I just wanted to mention our incredible support staff. So we know that taking on a new AMS or transitioning to a new AMS takes time and commitment from you and your team, which is actually why we are here to partner with you every step of the way. So when you decide to come on board, you'll partner with one of our onboarding coaches, and they'll help you configure the software to meet your needs, as well as help have a smooth data migration. You'll also be working with our training team to help maximize your use of the software as well. And then once you and your staff become comfortable and confident with the software, you also have access to our full support staff available via phone, chat, and email. All right, so now let me dive into the software to show you why 4,600 member associations are trusting us. Share my screen. So you should be seeing my screen. So again, like we talked about, GrowthZone is very modular. So we offer quite a bit, whether you've got your billing module, maybe you want to run your reports, or maybe you're running your communications or your forms and surveys through here. All of that can be done within one system. But I'm going to focus on a couple areas, including our marketing tools. So with GrowthZone, you're going to have a built-in email designer. So a lot of our customers are able to reduce their needs or completely remove their third-party email tools. With our email designer here, let me just jump into that. You can see here I have a drag and drop editor right within the software. So if I wanted to drag in, well, one, it's easy to edit and make your emails or newsletters, as you need. But it also, you're able to pull in database information. So I can quickly and easily drop in a list of events so that I can pull in a bulleted list of all of my event details pages. So I don't have to go out there, copy those links, bring them in and make sure they're right. Or maybe you want to highlight a list of, the members that you've gotten in the last quarter. Again, it's going to just have a bulleted list of those members that meet that criteria and link right out to their directory listing. So having these tools built into your software can be a huge benefit. On top of the fact that it's very easy to use, drag and drop, user friendly, I'm able to drag things in here. Maybe I want to, I can even edit it with AI to make it sound a little better. But yeah, easy to use tool within your software. In addition to that, not only is it easier to create those newsletters, but being able to send the right emails to the right people is key. And so again, having it built into your software, you can simply start typing in, maybe I want to send a list to my board of directors. I'm going to be able to quickly and easily just start typing in my list name that I already have created, and it'll pull that right in. But maybe I'm, building the people that I want to send as we go. I'm able to use our address book here to quickly and easily, maybe I want to pull in everybody with a certain membership type, or maybe I want to pull in people with a certain tag within the system. Again, super easy to do and get the right people, the right messaging. That said, you could also create your own custom criteria, so you can pull in a very specific segment of your members or non-members or prospects or what have you, and pull those in similar to I showed here by pulling in a list. You can take that a step further too. So, not only are we creating the right emails and we want to send it to the right people, but we also want to send it at the right time. You can delay delivery until, a certain time for, your one-off emails. You can really utilize our marketing automation or workflow tool to really kind of start building out that cadence. So if I jump into an example I have up here, I'm going to actually have, this is an example of a new member onboarding campaign, and this is something that a lot of our customers are utilizing. But for example, as soon as a member becomes approved, I'm going to have them receive a welcome email, which I've designed using that email designer. And then I'm going to have the system wait a couple days, and then I'm going to have them send an email about the member portal and our community platform. And then after 7 days, I can even have the system ask, hey, did they open up that email about our member portal? If they did, great, have them keep getting the next email. If not, actually have the system create a task for me so I can personally reach out to them to make sure we got the right email address, to make sure everything's all set, because we know how important it is to get them engaged right away. So you can see here this campaign continues on throughout the full year. This is all drag and drop, customizable to exactly the cadence that you need. Again, just really assuring that the members are getting the right communications at the right time. And this is just one example of how you could utilize our marketing automation tool. Maybe you have a member win-back campaign going on where you're just kind of touching those members that have dropped in the past, every so often. Maybe you have an upcoming event that you really want to gain excitement for as those members, as that time comes up, you're able to kind of build out that campaign. So again, you can kind of just get this set it and forget it, and have that engagement happening behind the scenes. Awesome. All right, another area that can really help with engagement is events. And so I know events is kind of a broad term in that, maybe you're running, smaller committee meetings, or maybe you're running your online webinars, or maybe you're doing golf tournaments or large dinners, or even something larger like a conference with exhibitors and sponsors and sessions. GrowthZone really can handle all of that registration right through the software. So I'm going to open up kind of a larger conference one so that you can kind of see all the ins and outs. But do know that we can also have it be more simplified too if you've got your more buy a ticket and go kind of type events as well. So within GrowthZone, you're going to have all the information you need in one spot. That really is kind of GrowthZone's way of presenting you information. So this is where you're going to be able to set up your event. You can even copy your event. So once you get your event set up, you maybe want to just, copy that event from last year because it was set up pretty, so you don't have to start from scratch. But here you're going to be able to fill out the who, the what, the where of this event, who the contact information is, your description, maybe you want to add videos or images. All this information is input here because once you publish this, it's going to be automatically pushed out to your website. So again, that engagement can start happening and people can start registering from that page. So if I open up that page of what that will look like, it kind of gives you an example here. I've got the ability to have separate links. So if I want to have a sponsor link separate or an exhibitor link separate, I can do so. Or maybe I just have one registration link. Again, a lot of flexibility. But your website visitors are going to be able to see all those details that you put in, and they can quickly and easily get registered. You'll also notice that I have sponsors. The sponsors that have registered are automatically going to kind of digitally follow this event around. So that engagement with your sponsors is automatic as well. If I kind of run through a quick registration process, again, this is completely from the member's view. So as your members are coming to your website, they're going to quickly and easily, it already recognized that it's me because I'm logged in this browser, but you can have this be as simple as via email match. So all they have to do is type in their email, and then we'll go, oh, yep, hey, we know it's you, Michael Scott, let's get you registered. So Michael Scott is automatically then, because we've recognized him, going to be able to give access to member pricing. So I can register I can have different registration types. They can register for multiple things. So maybe I want to do a full conference pass and I want to actually go to the concert as well. You can see I can have multiple things within here. I can even register multiple people too, which can come in handy. I have my sponsorship opportunities available in case anybody wants to continue to sponsor this event. And then it's going to allow me to quickly and easily select myself or anybody else I'm associated to in the database. So again, this is going to be quick and easy for your members to be able to pull in their coworkers, but it also saves you time as well as a staff member because you're going to be able to, they're going to pull in the data that's in the database so you don't get Gmail addresses or random information or misspellings and things like that. You can have custom questions. So if you need to ask about terms and conditions, or maybe you want to ask them to upload something, or maybe you want to ask them about their dietary restrictions. Again, you can ask additional information. I can select my sessions. And again, this is a feature that you'd be able to turn on. But you're going to be able to have quite a bit of flexibility there. Maybe you have additional items that you're selling at your event, like mulligans at a golf tournament, or maybe you're selling your conference t-shirt. They're going to be able to add those on, kind of tack that on to their total. And they're going to be able to select their other registrants that they opted for as well. Maybe you want to offer, while they have their credit card out, maybe you want to offer them some of the donation capability or donation campaigns that you have available. Again, they could kind of tack that on to their total right through here too. And then they're going to be brought to our integrated payment processor we call GrowthZone Pay. This is going to allow them to, I know it doesn't show here, but it's the test database, but when set up with an account, the members would be able to come through and pay with Google Pay, Apple Pay, Link, ACH, or they can enter in their credit card, save it for future use if they want. They can even set up auto pay for their recurring payments if they need to. So again, a lot of options as a member, and really the idea is just to make it as quick and easy as possible for your members to get registered so you can continue to engage them in that more public setting. Awesome. Okay. Another way that I want to just dive into here too is, engagement doesn't just happen one way. So you've got your digital marketing tools that you're able to use. You've got your, maybe you're running in-person events or virtual events, but engagement can happen virtually too. So giving your members a way to network and engage is going to be key. So let me dive into what that looks like. So I have the member portal pulled up here. I'm logged in as Michael Scott. So this is going to be, somewhere on your website, you'll likely have the ability for them to log in. So this is going to be behind that member paywall. So I've got, as Michael Scott, I can see I owe some money. Maybe I want to register for events. I can adjust my events if I need to. Maybe I want to, edit my information. Again, this is a nice self-service area for members to be able to come in, change the information they need, and hopefully saving you guys a few calls or emails by allowing them to update this information themselves. But to get to the engagement piece of it, Michael Scott here is part of the board of directors, for example. Again, you can have an unlimited amount of lists or committees that you need, but as a board of director, he's going to be able to jump right into the community space to start engaging with his fellow board members. So as I pull this up here, Michael's going to be brought to the board of directors space, so he can see, who is in the board of directors. He can also see who his admins are. He's going to be able to then jump into the board of directors discussions that are happening. So you can see different discussions that are going on. Maybe there's one, again, this is just an example one that we have set up to kind of showcase some of the things that are available. But you can see here, there's already 4 posts on the agenda suggestions. There's a bunch of people following this one. You can see that it's easy to really jump into the topics that mean most to you. So if I jump in here, maybe I want to post a new agenda suggestion in this particular case. I'm going to be able to do so really easily by adding any text or links or media files that I need to get my point across. Or maybe I want to engage on Jim Helpert's comment here, so I can quickly and easily add a comment. I can @mention. Maybe I want to like this suggestion. So a lot of ways you can engage with that right from here. From the resources aspect, you are also able to have a repository of resources that the board members can access. One perfect example of that would be, I even have these kind of in a folder structure here, but maybe you have your meeting minutes. You just want to get those stored here so that people can refer back to them. Or as members kind of term out and their term ends and new members begin, they can kind of review any of those files or things that they talked about in the past. So it gives a nice way to be able to have all those files in one spot for them to be able to reference and access. Meetings-wise, I'm going to be able to have all of my upcoming meetings listed here. Not only can you list them so that people are aware of them, maybe they want to add it to their calendar, things like that. You're also going to be able to have your members access the live board meeting that's happening right now. If I turn off my camera for just a second, I can jump right into this live board meeting that's happening. Just like we're used to any other virtual meeting tool, I can jump into this session. I can, share my screen, raise my hand, add a reaction. Maybe I want to comment, things like that. I'm going to be able to do so again without having to leave to a different system or click on a Zoom link. I'm able to engage and participate in those meetings right through the community space. All right, turn my camera back on. So again, just as a board of director, those are the things that he's going to have access to right at his fingertips. But he's not just limited to the board of directors. Maybe he also wants to be able to access the other groups or things that you're offering. You can have all sorts of different groups, again, unlimited amount of groups or committees that you want to provide. And you can have different levels of privacy within those meetings, or within those groups. So, my board of directors was a secret group. So it's not even going to show here unless you're a part of it. But I also have private groups and public groups, meaning if I wanted to have a private group, it allows Michael to be able to view it and request to join, but he can't see any of the meetings or the resources or the discussions that are happening until he's a member. Maybe you have a young professionals network that you're running. This one in particular I have set to public, so he can see all the information that's happening and he can join without having to be approved or denied, but it gives members easy access to communicate and engage with those that have like-minded topics that they want to get involved with. So that's kind of that group level engagement, but you're going to have members that have all different types of ways they want to engage. So if they're not a part of a group or they're not ready to jump into a group yet, you can also have global level communications and engagement happening as well. So I've got discussions at a global level. So this is anybody within the community is going to be able to access these. Again, similar to the ones that we showed right within the board of directors, this is going to be available for everybody. So you can see here there's 2 posts on this one. There's a bunch of followers. I'm going to be able to dive into there, post new topics, and engage with all of the members that are involved with this. Similarly, on that global level, I'm going to be able to also access my home feed here. So again, this is really configurable. So I've turned on my home feed, but this is going to give me the ability to have a feed specific to my association right within here. So members can like, comment on, and post different things that are happening within the community. Maybe you want to post announcements or post news that is happening with your association on here. Just gives members a really quick and easy way to see what's happening, as well as engage as they want. I've also actually posted an ad to the top of this one. I've actually pinned it. So just a little way for our association to have some additional non-dues revenue as we can gain additional exposure for those that purchase advertisements. So we've kind of covered the group level, we've covered the global level communications. Finally, within our community, you also have one-on-one communication as well. So if I wanted to, for example, reach out to Barbara Brown here, I'm going to be able to do so right through the community. So if I can click on her profile, I can see anything that she's posted here. I can reach out to her directly with a one-to-one message, or I can even schedule a virtual chat with her if need be. So you can see all of our chat, or my chats that I have started already are right up here. You can see my chat with Barbara has already started. I can type some additional messaging, or maybe I want to start a new chat and I want to actually involve, a group of us in this chat. I can do so that way too. All right. So I covered a lot. And again, whether you're running your digital marketing tools through emails and marketing automation, or maybe you're running events, or maybe you're running your engagement through your community, or being able to take advantage of all 3 of those, you're going to be able to utilize GrowthZone to really engage and keep those members active and retained through your software. So again, happy to chat more on a one-to-one so we can talk about how those particular needs fit your association, and happy to continue the conversation. So I hope you have a great day.